morning, the headlines of this hour on VTV News. Prime Minister holds conference with 9 provinces on 500 kilovolt Circuit 3 line. And revised land law to significantly impact agricultural efficiency.
Broadcasting from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. VTV News starts right now.
Good morning. It is 8 a.m. local time, and you're tuning in for 15 minutes of VTV News. I'm Huyền Trân with the top stories. After inspecting the construction sites of the 500 kilovolt Circuit 3 power lines from Quang Trạch District, Quang Binh Province, to Phố Nối Industrial Park in Hưng Yên Province in 4 provinces on Saturday, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính held a conference with 9 provinces through which the power lines passed on Sunday in Thanh Hóa City. The purpose of the conference was to expedite the implementation and progress of these important projects.
The 4 projects involving the 500 kV Circuit 3 power lines cover a distance of approximately 520 kilometers and consist of around 1,200 foundation locations. The total investment for these projects exceeds $965 billion. These projects pass through 211 communes and wards across 9 provinces. After receiving updates from various authorities, including the Vietnam Electricity Corporation and the National Power Transmission Corporation, Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh emphasized the critical role of the 500 kV Circuit 3 power lines in ensuring electricity supply, national energy security, and the country's development. He also highlighted the importance of learning from past local power shortages and issued specific directives for project implementation.
This is a key national project, involving various ministries, sectors, the political system, and the public. It requires close collaboration to overcome challenges. We need to change our approach. While previously only investors were involved, now localities are also taking part, discussing, and working together. It's a collective task, putting national interests first. Additionally, this power line project should have started years ago, but due to various reasons, it hasn't happened. Following recent directives, we are urgently working on it to make up for the time we lost. The government is determined to complete this project by June 30, 2024. This is a significant challenge, covering a large area and passing through different regions. We must strive to contribute to ensuring sufficient electricity for production, consumption, and business.
The Prime Minister suggests enhancing inspections and monitoring during the implementation process, promptly addressing legal and policy challenges, and expediting progress. It is crucial to improve construction quality, ensure labor safety and environmental hygiene, and firmly prevent corruption and conflicts of interest.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính attended a Lunar New Year or TED program in the central province of Thanh Hóa on Sunday. During the event, he presented gifts to social policy beneficiaries, the poor and disadvantaged workers. The Prime Minister urged local authorities and socio-political organizations to continue implementing the guidelines, policies and laws of the party and the state while improving social welfare efforts. He praised the province's social welfare activities and emphasized the need to further enhance these efforts, especially during the Lunar New Year festival, to ensure that no one is left behind. In addition, the Prime Minister visited and presented gifts to a war invalid in Thọ Xuân District and a heroic Vietnamese mother in Ngọc Lặc District. Earlier in the day, he and his entourage paid tribute to the late President Ho Chi Minh at a memorial site in Thanh Hóa City. As of today, January 29th, newly registered additional and capital contributions, as well as share purchases by foreign investors, total over $2.36 billion for the month. This marks a 40.2% increase compared to the same period last year, indicating a notable return to positivity after a 19.8% year-on-year decline in January 2023. Newly registered capital reached $2 billion, and the disbursement rate in January showed a promise, reaching $1.48 billion, a 9.6% increase compared to January 2023. Foreign investment was distributed among 35 out of Vietnam's 63 cities and provinces, with Hanoi leading the list, and the southern province of Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu following closely with nearly $282 million in capital. The amendments recently passed to the land law are generating development expectations across different sectors. These amendments involve modifications to 180 articles and the addition of 78 new articles. In the agriculture sector, notable changes in land transfer limits and recipients, as well as expanded rights and responsibilities for land users, are expected to have a significant impact on development goals. More in the following story.
Despite having 30 hectares of rice fields, this area serves as production infrastructure for a member of the large-scale farming club. Dân has plans for factory changes and legal advantages. In order to obtain the 30 hectares of fields, he worked with 500 households. Despite having a 5-year contract, the high current rice prices led some households to reclaim their fields, causing concerns for Dân in terms of production. The revised land law, which has more significant legal implications, is seen as the solution to this issue.
We will have the option to lease or purchase through official transfers for a longer duration. Unlike before, when we only rented based on village documents, the current land law with government certification provides more favorable conditions.
In the near future, a processing plant will be constructed on this land with an investment of $24 million and a capacity of 5,000 tons per year. This development will transform Thái Bình province into an agricultural center in the Red River Delta. Bảo has been involved in agriculture for over half a century and is now motivated to continue his work due to the revised law.
We want to establish a research institute. If we already have the land, a little additional construction will make it possible. I believe the revised land law is very reasonable.
Now, with the expansion, investors and tech-savvy individuals can invest in farming. The revised law helps bring in social resources by reducing abandoned fields and preventing people from leaving their homeland.
The revised land law is not only expected to have an impact on society, but it is also anticipated to unlock over 28 million hectares of agricultural land. This unlocking of land is projected to bring significant economic benefits by eliminating long-standing legal barriers.
Welcome back to VTV News. The Agency of Foreign Trade under the Ministry of Industry and Trade has recently released recommendations for Vietnamese exporters who send products to the Saudi Arabian market regarding halal certification. In January, the General Department of Food and Drug Administration of Saudi Arabia announced the discovery of several food products exported to the country with fraudulent halal certificates. Consequently, a customs clearance for these products has been suspended. To ensure successful trade, Vietnamese businesses are advised to collaborate with reputable agencies and gain a better understanding of Saudi Arabia's trading regulations. Durian prices have been steadily rising since last year, reaching a record high of $6.5 per kilogram at the beginning of this year. Farmers are excited about the soaring price of durian as Tết approaches. However, export businesses are facing difficulties finding enough supply due to low harvest this year.
The main durian-producing area in the Mekong Delta, Tiền Giang province, is currently facing a shortage of durians available for sale. more than 100 export-oriented durian purchasing businesses have not been able to operate successfully, with some even temporarily closing down.
Durian Week 6 prices were at $3 per kilogram, but within a week, they have risen to $4.30 per kilogram. Similarly, month-on durians, which were priced at $5.50 per kilogram just 10 days ago, are now at $6 per kilogram, even $6.50 per kilogram.
Towards the end of this year, both our specific durian export business and others in general have seen a reduction in production compared to the same period last year. This is partly due to weather conditions and additionally because the high demand for goods at the end of the year is not met with a proportional increase in harvested quantity.
With more than 30 years of experience in durian exports, this company is determined to maintain a steady supply for its customers, even with limited and expensive raw materials. The company is now focusing on exporting frozen durian flesh.
We look forward to the ongoing negotiations between Vietnam and China to obtain a code in 2024, referred to as the cold chain, which will cover both frozen and regularly chilled goods.
Durians are becoming increasingly popular, not only in the traditional Chinese market, but also in the United States, Canada, and Australia. With positive signals from the current market, it is hoped that the upcoming durian season will bring joy to both orchard owners and exporters of this specialty fruit.
Cultural spaces filled with traditional Tet activities were opened in Hanoi's Old Quarter on Sunday morning. These activities are part of the annual program Vietnamese Tet Old Quarter Tet 2024, which aims to preserve and promote the traditional cultural values of the country. The event also aims to promote the tourism image of Hanoi's Old Quarter and the capital city as a whole. More in the following.
This offering ceremony ritual is reenacted in the Old Quarter streets of Hanoi, the capital. The purpose of the ritual is to report the year-round results of the residents in craft villages to the tutelary god of the communal house. The procession passes through several ancient relics, attracting the attention of both locals and tourists along the route.
This is a very joyful atmosphere. It brings the traditional Tet of our Vietnamese people to life.
This is beautiful, the dress is beautiful, everything is okay. I like the music, the Asian music, very interesting.
At Kim Ngân Communal House, a procession is held to perform traditional rituals in honor of the village tutelary god and to worship the craft ancestors. The communal house is adorned with traditional Tet colors, featuring folk paintings and calligraphy. Artisans also showcase a variety of local heritages from different regions of the area.
This year, young people are taking charge of the procession. They have also chosen the traditional costumes of the country. The ritual left the public with the impression that traditions are being carried on by young people.
The event allows us to preserve the value of Hanoi's cultural heritage, while also providing opportunities to learn about Tet traditions in different regions. It is necessary for everyone to join hands in preserving this precious tradition.
The program also includes setting up the bamboo pole, a traditional Vietnamese custom during Tet to symbolize a wish for good things in the new year and to ward off misfortunes. This tradition brings festive atmosphere of Tet right to people's doorstep.
Now let's take a look at the weather forecast. And that is it for our morning news bulletin. To rewatch our program, you can download our mobile app at VTVgo or check out our YouTube channel at VTV4Go. Thank you for watching and see you next time.